So in this video we are going to go over calculus practice questions. So we are going to cut across evaluating, that is integration, the questions that come as find. You are given the function in the brackets right there, and you have the dx out there, which basically tells you to integrate. And we're also going to find the equation of the normal as well as the equation of the curve. Okay, so starting from the first one, um, we're given to say we need to find that's what we have been given. We have been given 6x to the power 2 minus 2x plus 7. We have the dx right there. So basically this question is just asking us to integrate, and when you are integrating, we need to keep this one thing in mind. We have our a and our x right there, and that's our power. So what it is that when integrating, the power is going to increase by 1, and what you do on the power, you do the same on the denominator. So you have n plus 1, unlike integration, differentiation, where you have ax to the power n, you say minus 1, then you need to drop the power there. So meaning you're going to have a multiplied by n multiplied by a x n minus 1. So this one is integration, the other one is differentiating. So when a question comes in this manner, they are just basically asking you to integrate. So what we do here is that we have our 6x to the power 2 minus 2x plus our 7 right there. Okay, so and another key point that we need to remember is this. When you're talking about differentiating, let's say you have y is equals to 2x plus 1. Remember to say a constant is going to give you what? A 0. Hence, what you're going to have here is just a 2 when you differentiate. Okay, so when it comes to integration, it's the other way around. This 7, which is a constant, is going to gain an x, such that if we differentiate it, it's going to give us 7 again. So we can basically say it's more like integration is the opposite of differentiation is the opposite of integration. Okay, so what we do here is that the power that we have on 6x is 2. So we have the 2 right there, we say plus 1, divide by 2 plus 1 there, minus 2x. What we have here is 1, we add another 1, divide by 1 plus 1 right there, plus 7, we just obtain an x. Okay, so what we get, so here this is just 6x to the power 3 divided by 3 minus 2x to the power 2 divided by 2 plus the 7x. Alright, so when you have reached this point, that is going to go, and we are saying 3 into 3 it's 1, 3 into 6 is basically 2, and 2 into 2 1, 3 into 2 1 as well. So what you're going to have here is 3x, sorry, 2x, not 3x, because 3 goes into 6 2 times. 3x to the power 3 minus x to the power 2 plus the 7 there, x plus a c, a constant that we are going to have. So that is what we get after integrating that. So you can give it a try. You can try to integrate that one. You see if you're going to get this. We try to integrate what we have here. We see if we can get back our function that we have right there. So we have 2x to the power 3 minus x to the power 2 plus 7x plus our c. Okay, so remember to say when you are differentiating, the power will drop and reduce by 1. Hence you're going to have 3 multiplied by 2, which is our coefficient of x. Then you have our 3 minus 2. Then here the power is 2, it's going to drop. You're going to have minus 2 multiplied by x, which the coefficient is just 1. So we're going to have 2 minus 1 plus the power that we have here is 1. So you're going to have 1 multiplied by 7 x 1 minus 1 plus the constant here is going to give us a 0, right? So what we have here is this: 2 by 3 is 6x, 3 minus 1 is 2, minus what we have here is going to be 2x. 2 minus 1 is 1. We don't need to put the 1 right there. So 7 multiplied by 1 is what? Is 7. So here what we have is x to the power 0. So you need to keep in mind to say any number raised to the power 0 is just 1. Okay, so meaning what we are saying here is 7 multiplied by 1. And what we get? Cx to the power 2 minus 2x plus 7. And we get back what we had right there. So that's why we are saying to say integration is just like the opposite of differentiating. Yeah, so that's how we go about answering that question. So we go to the next question where we are also being the question is asking us to integrate because it's saying find. Okay, so find we have 10x to the power 4 minus 4x plus 3 over x to the power 2. I mean divide by x to the power 2 dx. So it's still the same process. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. What we do here is that the power, we are going to increase the power plus 1. We do the same on the denominator. So we have our 10x 4 plus 1 divide by what? 4 plus 1 minus 4. We have our x. Okay, we have our x right here. We have this is 1 plus 1 divided by what? 1 plus 1 plus. So this one gets interesting. What we have here is that we need to keep in mind to say this 3 over x squared is equals to 3x to the power negative 2. Okay, so meaning we have 3x to the power negative 2. So meaning we add with what? With 1. So plus 1 right there. Okay, divide by minus 2 plus 1 right there. So what we have here is 10x to the power 5 divide by 5 minus 4x divide by 2. Then we have a 2 right there plus. So we have 3x here minus 1. Okay, divide by negative 1. Okay, so what we have here is that 5 into 5 is 1, 5 into 10 is 2. So we have our 2x to the power 5 minus 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 4, 2 times. So we have our 2x to the power 2. So here remember to say this negative is going to contribute to that being a negative. So we have 3x to the power negative 1. Hence, this, what we have right here, is that we need to take it back to the previous form that it was. So hence we are going to say it's going to be 2x to the power 5 minus 2x to the power 2 minus 3 divided by what? X. So now someone might ask you, say, why are you saying plus 1 here? It's very simple. I mean, why are you saying plus 1? We need to keep in mind to say negative 1 is bigger than negative 2. And remember, the main essence here is that the most important thing that you are doing is that you are increasing the power by 1. Okay, so when you move from negative 2 to negative 1, you have increased with 1. Okay, so remember to say at last we need to add plus what? Plus c. Even if we were to integrate this, I mean differentiate this, it will still give us our main function back right there again. Okay, so we go to the next question. Is asking us to evaluate. All right, so the question that is asking us to evaluate is that we have okay, so we have 1 minus, we have 1 over what, we have 1 and minus 1 here. Okay, in the brackets we have 1 minus 4x, okay, plus 3x to the power 2 dx. So now for this one, we are just basically subtracting the smaller number from the bigger number, and our smaller number in this case is minus 1. Our bigger number is 1. So do we just input direct or not? So what we do in this case is that we need to integrate this for us to differentiate properly. So what we have here is 1 minus 4x plus 3x and 2 there. So remember the same process of integrating. We have a 1 here. This will just become what? X. Alright. So what do we have here? We have 4x 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 plus. This is 3x 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1. So now this is what? X minus, here we're going to have a 2. So 2 into 4 is what? It's 2x. We have a 2 right there, plus. And what we have here is that this is on the denominator we're going to have a 3. 3 into 3 is 1. So meaning we have x to the power 3. So we are done integrating now. So what do? We subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. Okay, so let me just try to create some space right there. Okay. Okay, so here we have x minus 2x to the power 2 minus x 3. Okay, so now what we have here is we are going to say we open the bracket this side where there is x on our left hand side we are going to replace with 1. We have 1 minus 2, 1 to the power 2 minus 1 to the power what? 3. We close minus this side. So on the other side, on our right hand side, where there is x, we need to replace with what? Negative 1. So we have minus 1 right there, representing our first x. Okay, I'll say minus 1 minus. I'll say 2, open bracket, minus 1 to the power 2 minus 1 to the power 3. We close like that. So now, what we have on this side is that we're going to have 1, we're going to get minus 2 minus 1. We close minus the other side. So what we have here is that 1 squared, negative 1 squared is 1. Multiplied by 2, we're going to have there's 2 again, minus 2. So what we have on this side is that negative 1 raised to the power 3 is negative 1. So this negative multiplied by this negative, we get a positive 1 right there. So what we have here is that we basically have 1 minus, if we were to take it step by step, we have minus 3 right there. Minus, what we have here is, we have minus 3 plus 1. So what we have here is, we have minus 2, okay, minus what? Minus 2. So this and this, you can multiply, you are going to get what? A plus. So you have minus 2 plus what? Plus 2, giving us a 0. So that's our answer right there. We have evaluated. Okay, so we go to the next question. The next question is asking us to say find the equation of the normal to the curve. We're finding the equation of the normal. We have been given the equation of the curve and the value of x and the value of y. So right here is the value of x and the value of y. Alright, so what we get, finding the equation of the normal. So we have our y is equals to x squared minus x plus 4. So we have been given the points negative 1 comma what? Comma 6. So what do? Always keep in mind to say whenever you're finding the equation of the normal, you need to differentiate first. So here we need to find the gradient function, or the one that is called the dy dx or something. So remember to say the power will drop and reduce by 1 when you are differentiating. So I say dy dx is equals to the 2x 2 minus 1. Here you are going to have the root, that the power that we have on x is what? Is 1. So meaning we have minus 1 multiplied by x 1 minus 1 plus this constant. I believe I don't have to put it because it's just a 0. Okay, so here what do we have? We have 2x minus what? Minus x to the power what? 0. And what we get, this is just 2x minus what? Minus 1. That's what we get. So now this is our dy dx. Want to find what? The equation of the normal. So now here, for us to find the is this the gradient function? So what you need to do here is that we can replace with a value of what? We can replace where there's x, we put negative 1. We have negative 1 right there, minus 1. Okay, meaning we have minus 2 minus 1. That is our what? We need, this is the gradient function. This is the gradient function, and we want to find the gradient now. So we have gradient is minus what? Minus 3. Okay, minus 3. So I say find the equation of the normal to the curve that. So That's the gradient that we have found there. So see, when you look at the gradient is negative, so basically it's already in that manner. Remember to say, when you find that the gradient is positive, we use this for this equation. You say m1 m2 is equals to what? Negative 1. Let's say here we had positive 3, meaning we want to find our m2, and our m2 could have been what? M1 is equals to m2 is equals to negative 1 divided by m1, meaning we have negative 1 over 3. But we already have it in negative, so we don't need to put it in positive. And because if you put it in positive, it basically means what we are finding is the equation of the tangent. Remember, if like you have something like this, what we have here, this is the tangent. Okay, the gradient for this one is equals to what? Is positive. Then the normal, the gradient for this one is what? Is negative. Okay, so basically the equation has been made simple for us already. All right, so here we just need to remember this. We say y minus y1 is equals to m x minus x1. We close. Okay, so what we get here is that the value of y, we leave it just like that, the way it is part of the equation that we are going to get. So y is equals to, no, sorry, y minus, say y minus, the value of y is what? Is 6, is equals to m, we have found negative 3, x minus, the value of x, negative 1. Okay, we say y minus 6 is equals to minus 3x plus, uh, obviously that is going to give us a minus, because we are going to get a positive here, positive 1, meaning that will be minus what? Minus 3. So meaning your y is going to be minus 3x minus 3 plus 6. Hence it will be y is equals to minus 3x plus 3. So we can put it like this. We can say y plus 3x is equals to what? Is equals to 3, or this one. So any of this is the equation of the what? Is the equation of the normal. Okay, so that's how we go about solving that question. So let's look at the last question. The last question says, find the equation of the curve for when dy dx is equals to 2x minus 3, where x and y is equals to what? Is equals to 3. Okay, so I've been given to say the dy dx is equals to 2x minus what? Minus 3. So now we need to keep in, we have also been given further information to say y is equals to x and is equals to what? 3, meaning y is equals to x, of which the value, or that value is what? Is 3. So we have been given this equation, the gradient function. Remember to say the only way for us to get the gradient function is by differentiating the function that we have been given, the equation of the curve. Okay, so meaning we need to integrate this, because integration is the opposite of differentiating. Hence, if we integrate this, we'll get back the equation of the curve that we want. Alright, so integrating this, remember, same steps. We have 2x, 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 minus 3x plus c. Okay, minus c right there. So now, here, this will be what? 2x, 2 over 2 minus 3x plus c. What we get, that goes, we have our x to the power 2 minus 3x plus c. So we need to keep in mind to say this is equals to what? Y. So we are saying y is equals to x power 2 minus 3x plus c. We need to find the value of c here. We need to find the value of the constant for our equation to look attractive, because this is more like our incomplete equation, but we need to find the value of what? The value of c. So our value of y have been given to say is what? 3. Value of x is also what? 3. 3 squared minus 3, we put our 3 plus c, meaning this is 3 is equals to 3 squared is what? 9, minus 3 times 3 is still also what? 9 plus c. So you are saying 3 is equals to 9 minus 9 is what? Is 0. So you have c. So meaning our c is equals to what? 3. Therefore, the equation of the curve is what? Y is equals to x squared minus 3x plus what? Plus 3. That's the equation of our curve. So now, how would you remember? Our dy dx is what? 2x minus c minus 3. We want to try to show that when we differentiate our equation of the curve, which is that minus 3x plus c plus 3, I mean. When you differentiate this, right here, we should get that. So now remember to say when you're differentiating, the power is going to drop and reduce by 1, meaning that to be what? 2x 2 minus 1 minus 3x 1. Here it's more like you are just multiplying the 3 by 1. Of course, let me just show it. Say 1 multiplied by 3 x 1 minus 1 plus this one is just a 0. Okay, so what we have, that is 2x to the power 1 minus 3x to the power at 0. So any number to the power 0 is 1. So we have our x to the power 0 is equals to what? 1, meaning we are saying this is 2x minus 3 multiplied by what? 1. That would be what? 2x minus 3, bringing us back to our gradient function. So that's how you go about solving that question. Yeah, so basically calculus is very simple. It's just a matter of going through a lot of questions and yeah, making it becomes easy that way. Yeah, so please, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so that you be among the first ones to be alerted each time we upload the video. Yeah, so that's all in this calculus practice questions video. Yeah, thank you.